Welcome back.
Woo!
I feel a sneeze coming. Everybody brace yourselves. Ah, God. My sneezes are nuclear.
You're not that bad. My brother has like really crazy intense sneezes, so my whole family does really.
Your mom sneezes or something else. I do know that.
I don't think I remember. Yeah. Oh man. There we go. Sonic Arrow.
Some very busty ladies with the purple balls.
What?
Go back to the one when you got them in. Right there.
Oh. I guess they're the more demure counterpart of the demon fairies.
Yes. Oh man. It's the Attack of the Satanic Teletubbies again.
So the music on this level is already driving me insane. Don't make it worse. I swear to Christ.
All right.
Yeah. I think it's because it sounds a little bit like an alarm. Like the little melody feels very much like an alarm going off continually. And it's very hyper drama. These are the chords that should make you feel uneasy, and some bad shit's about to go down.
Yeah, I guess that's
you're
legit.
also here forever, and so you just listen to this music while you're trying to do these levels. I get wary of it pretty quickly. I think I spent too much time here as a child.
Well, we've already been here for a considerable portion of time, so maybe we should aim to get through here in the next hour. I feel like that's doable.
It might take 2 episodes to get through the Ocean Palace, I'll be honest.
Very few. I can't think of any dungeon in any game right now that takes more than that.
Depends on how much I suck. And I should probably exchange for somebody who has water. I was talking about water earlier.
Yeah. So, are we gonna talk about our honeymoon, or are we just gonna like pretend it didn't happen?
It's such a wet blanket.
No, because like we mentioned it, and now I'm sure the 2 people that are watching are probably like, well, did they go on a honeymoon or did they not? Just kind of
Start talking about it anytime, champ.
fine. So we went on a kick-ass European tour of honeymoonage, and so we started in Ireland. And we flew there, obviously. I hate planes. Still hate planes.
You did pretty well for hating planes.
I was, I mean, there's only so much you can do. Like, once you get, like, it's such a long process going through an airport and getting on a plane that you have lots of time to mentally prepare yourself for how fucked you are for the next 8 hours. Just like, like there's nothing I can do about it. I just gotta just suck it up and just prepare myself to be miserable for the next, however many hours. I don't travel well. The honeymoon was definitely a big reminder / wake up call that I don't travel well. But once we got there, it was pretty cool. So, it was my first time driving a European car.
Yeah.
On the wrong side of the car, on the wrong side of the road.
On the wrong side of the car?
Yeah, no, the wrong side of the car.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, wrong side of the car, wrong side of the road, which is actually the right.
I was about to say.
And, because you're on the right side of the car. And
yes. Should be saying on the other side, you're being a little sidist.
Sidist! Wow. Well, I mean, in America, that is factually the wrong side of the road. It's not that
Correct.
our side is correct, it's just compared to what we're used to. It is
Right.
the wrong side of the road. Yeah, so that was... It really doesn't... For anyone who has never driven in Europe before, it actually, like... And I'm terrible with left and right. Like, Amanda can tell you, like, pretty much any time you say go left or go right, you immediately have to follow it up with your other left or your other right, because I won't know.
It's really more that he's bad at turning on a dime. Like, oh, we need to turn there. He doesn't turn.
Because I don't like making sudden movements with the car, because I've gotten in a lot of trouble that way. For example, we're coming up on a right turn, and she tells me to turn right suddenly as we're like, you know, as I'm still going like 30, 40 miles an hour and approaching the turn, and it's like 50 feet away.
I did not pay attention. Hold on. Oh, God.
Pause.
Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's real bad. Oh, Amanda made bad choices. Real bad choices.
Oh, thank God.
Use some of these lapises. Yay!
Yay! Alright, now we're somewhat back in it.
I don't know what. I guess I wasn't paying attention again.
Even though there's another enemy hiding behind the fucking menu.
I know.
Which is really stupid. Shouldn't be allowed to do that. Yeah, when I have to stop and turn on the dime, I have to slam on the brakes, and that causes accidents. So I don't do that.
You don't have to. You can just slow down and be like, "Oh, I need to make this turn." Anyway,
it's not. Anyway, it's surprisingly easy to learn. And again, that's coming from someone who's very poor at instantaneously discerning left from right by verbal cues alone. And it's especially nice when you're driving on the highway, because it feels like you're in the fast lane all the time if you're in the slow lane. Because, yeah. And, what did I say? Oh, yeah. So we got this little tiny little hatchback car.
It's a Skoda.
A Skoda. I don't know if that means anything to anybody that's watching, but,
Very cute.
what did it look like?
It looked a little bit like a bigger smart car.
Well, like make and model wise, like in terms that.
It actually looked a lot like a Japanese car, like that you see in a Miyazaki film. It was kind of boxy.
It was
but
very
small.
boxy, but small.
Yeah. It was really cute.
At least it wasn't a toaster car.
It was not a toaster car.
Why do those things exist? Why do those insults to the laws of aerodynamics exist?
Because Jesus hates you.
Fair enough. Yeah. So we land in Shannon, which, geographically, if you don't know, it's on the west coast of Ireland. If you know the shape of Ireland, I've always thought kind of looks like a baby. No, seriously.
Thanks for ruining that for me.
The country of Ireland is shaped like a baby floating in the wind. It totally is.
It's disgusting.
Because you've got its little arms, and then you got its little feet, and then Northern Ireland's the head.
That's disgusting.
Why is that disgusting?
Babies are disgusting.
I mean, I know we don't want babies.
Fetuses are disgusting.
We don't like babies. But what about a human baby is inherently in and of itself disgusting, just in terms of its shape?
It's like an alien.
Fine. We'll say it's shaped like a I don't even know what other animal is shaped like that. But anyway, we'll say it's shaped like a little gnome. It's shaped like a little gnome.
It's better.
floating in the ocean. And
I'm gonna change party members. I'm not feeling this.
yeah, and because you've got a southern sort of peninsula that's like the feet, a middle western peninsula that's like the hands or arms, whatever, and the northern island distinctly forms like a kind of a head shape. I've always thought it looked like that.
That's okay.
You know, whatever.
Get your own things. Can I have my pillow?
No.
Fine.
I'll give it to you in a second. So Shannon's on the west coast, and Shannon is like the airport that you just always seem to land at whenever you're coming to
It
Ireland.
doesn't make a whole lot of sense to fly across Ireland to Dublin.
Yeah, no. Dublin is Dublin, the capital of Ireland, is on the east coast.
Southeast.
It's middle east. It's like in the southern half, but it's not. It's more east than it is south. But anyway, the western half of Ireland is, I would say, a little bit more rural. Southern half of Ireland, which we didn't really visit that much, is very touristy.
And populated.
Yeah, and populated.
Not populated like here.
Oh yeah, there's very few places in Ireland populated like here. But so we landed in Shannon, then we went to the place called Galway City, which is up on the hands, and it's on the coast, and it was very pretty. It was very.
I liked it a lot.
It was overcast when we got there, but I think our second day there it was very sunny.
I was sick.
Yeah,
I got sick the day we got there.
Yeah, no, it really did suck.
It was awful.
Yeah, it was awful. But we had an awesome hotel room to start, and
beautiful. We had way too long to get into
it. We came into chocolates and cupcakes on our pillows, or not on the pillows.
Not on our pillows, with a little plate
on a little plate,
and a handwritten note welcoming us.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I saved that note.
The bathroom had like really psychedelic mood lighting.
It was bizarre, and it was the only bathtub shower combo with a glass half door that made any fucking sense on the entire European stay.
Europeans love their mirrors. There were a lot of mirrors on our trip, it felt like.
I kind of liked it. Brought a little light to the rooms.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining about it one way or the other. I just did notice there was decidedly more mirrors in Europe than there are here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so another thing cool about the west coast of Ireland is that the west coast of Ireland is where people actually, there's still pockets of people that speak Gaelic. In the highest concentrations. I mean, you can find random people that speak Gaelic elsewhere, but it's definitely most.
Are different too.
Yeah. And Gaelic, if you didn't know, is an endangered language. Mm-hmm. It's actually almost very, very, very people speak it now. I think it's like
there's a whole there's a whole like keep Gaelic alive thing going on though. Like they have a Gaelic TV station and radio station that they try to keep going. I think they're trying to teach it.
Yeah, I think the amount of people that speak Gaelic in any form fluently is like equivalent to the population of Pittsburgh, really.
Yeah.
Like
no,
it's nothing.
It's very.
So that was Galway City, and we stopped by the beach at night, and
it was interesting.
Yeah, it's very a lot of seaweed.
Seaweed.
Oh, and speaking of seaweed, they make
seaweed baths.
Seaweed shampoo and conditioner, which is actually killer.
It's so great.
It's like really good.
It's wonderful. And they do these crazy seaweed. There's this whole place called Goya, and they do spa treatments based on hand-collected seaweed. It's a big deal that it is harvested by hand.
It's free-range seaweed.
Yeah, it's nuts. And they have like all these different things that they do, like scrubs and wraps and massages and literally bathing in seaweed, and it's like the most luxury, wonderful thing ever.
I wonder what it smells like, though.
Yeah.
The seaweed shampoo and conditioner didn't smell bad at all. It smelled pretty
minty. It's got rosemary and mint in it.
Okay. So they temper the seaweed with rosemary and mint. I have no idea.
This is our party. How do you feel about that?
That's a good strong
party. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's make sure that I think that's the party we want.
Yeah. So you're doing this like I would do it. You're leveling up everybody like evenly.
I try to. I am a big believer in
it's like a thing.
Everyone together.
It's like a thing in like Let's Plays and playthroughs in general of any kind of RPG with a leveling system nowadays is like, it's not even nowadays. Like I remember like back in the 2000s and the 90s, like reading game facts and like everybody's like, oh well, for this playthrough to play this game and have an easy time, whatever. For this guide, I'm going to use these 3 characters. I'm like, what about the other 8? You're just not going to use those? Like, I mean,
me switching around is probably adding hours to our playthrough, but
I mean, can you really afford to just let those other characters? I don't know.
I don't know.
Some games you can get away with that shit, but it's boring. It's boring. I want to switch especially if you're playing a game where characters have like identities and aren't just blank slates.
I'm emotionally invested in all of these characters, so
yeah, I mean, I could see doing that. I could see focusing on just 3 characters. There are some
characters that I ignore the shit out of in Chrono Cross because they're stupid.
Well, there's also like 50 million characters in Chrono Cross.
And you can do that.
And also, every time you beat a boss in Chrono Cross, everybody levels up, regardless of whether they were in the party. So
it's like they knew.
It doesn't...
It's like they knew.
Yeah, it just... Like, if you're in the party, you get more stat bonuses, but that's it. Anyway, yeah, like in Final Fantasy VIII, you can... your characters are just blank slates onto which you put junctions and whatever, and so, like, you can conceivably go through the game using only 3 characters, and the other 3 characters can be dead in a ditch somewhere and it won't affect your playthrough at all.
Except for the points in the game where you have to split into 2 parties.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's legit. It's just, I don't like in any game where the characters have varying identities and play styles, like I have no idea why. I mean, yeah, you'll level up and be overpowered and face roll the fucking game more easily, but like it'll be...
I think the games are meant to be played.
Yeah, because I mean, like you're just making the game easier for yourself.
How would you feel if you were responsible for the character design of one of those characters that was always left behind?
That
you
is
feel
sad.
Like your child was abandoned.
That is really sad.
Yeah.
No.
Unless it's selfie, in which case, fuck that chick. But don't actually do that, because it's...
Yeah, like I know people that played Final Fantasy IX, just like Zidane, Aiko, Vivi, and Steiner, like the entire game, never anybody else. Like, and I'm just like...
That's a pretty solid party choice. Though.
That is a pretty solid party choice, but there's as many other equally solid party choices, and it just seems like when you get bored playing those characters eventually, they're like...
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Ireland. So after Galway City, we went to the Cliffs of Moher, which is, if you've ever seen the movie Princess Bride, that is where they filmed the scene where they are climbing up the cliffs.
The Cliffs of Insanity!
The Cliffs of Insanity! Inconceivable! I know. Inconceivable!
It's better.
She didn't fall! Inconceivable!
Don't break yourself. Alright. Back to the Ocean Palace we go.
And so we did that, and then we went to the Burren, which is like this giant underlying volcanic rock formation that's mostly covered by, you know, land and soil, but like it's been weathered and eroded away to where you can see the actual like volcanic stone underneath, and it's all piecey and porous, and there's like
kind of looks like cracked bones.
Yeah, it looks like it literally
like a white sort of limestone.
It looks it's not limestone, because limestone's made of like shells and shit. It's volcanic, I know that, but like it looks like a sponge. The rocks look like a sponge.
Yeah, kind of.
It looks like
porous in that way.
Yeah,
very organic.
Yeah, it looks like somebody buried a gigantic, like 50 square mile stone sponge, and it's just being eroded away over time. And there's like flowers and plants growing out of holes in the rocks and shit like that. It's just like really cool looking. So then we grabbed a B&B, and
we drove. That was like the craziest day of driving, because we drove south to the cliffs of Moher, and then we drove all the way north to almost Sligo.
And Sligo is like where the little gnome guy's neck would be. Sligo's, well, a lot of cities in Ireland, like almost everywhere interesting in Ireland is a port or a city on the coast. Like there's very few big cities inland. Like I'm not sure why that is, but like literally almost every city worth a damn in Ireland is on the coast. Yeah.
All right. Now I get to use Water 2! Like Water 1, but better? Well, AoE.
So Sligo sort of straddles a river that empties into the ocean. It's kind of like a New Orleans kind of thing.
Sligo was really cool.
Yeah, and we went to a forest.
There we go! Red pin. Delta Storm. Triple tech, bitches!
Delta Storm? Holy fucking shit.
You ready to see what that is?
I am ready to see what that is in its entirety. So anyway, we went to a forest preserve at Lough Key, which is Irish for Lake Key. Lough is the Gaelic word for lake.
Yeah.
And I guess Key is just the name of the lake. I don't know, but it was a forest. It was a forest preserve, and it was really neat. And although it was really hot that day.
Oh, but it was beautiful. I got a wonderful picture of me in a field of buttercups.
Yeah. Field of buttercups. Where's Buttercup? Who are you? Why am I on this wall? Where's Buttercup?
I still feel like that is the stupidest possible name you could have given a female protagonist.
A female, oh yeah, she's not really, she's a princess.
Yeah.
She doesn't do much other than get kidnapped.
It's pretty freaking obnoxious.
It is obnoxious. You never saw Xena, warrior princess, get kidnapped?
She was a warrior princess.
Nope. Who's the actress that plays her again? Fucking... She's got some, like, really ballsy sounding name.
Yeah.
It's, like, really epic sounding. I'm not even sure it's her real name.
Couldn't be. She's probably Scandinavian, I don't
No,
know.
she looks like Welsh as fuck.
Yeah, she does look Welsh.
She has, like...
She's stocky,
she has, like,
hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, she has, like, icy blue. She has, like, that, like, scary, like, light blue eyes.
You think her mom's eyes are scary?
Well, your mom's eyes slant downward, and she has a very magnanimous smile, so that tempers the craziness of the... She also doesn't have overly, like, constricted pupils. Like, you know how some people just have pupils that just look tiny all the time? Yeah, like, no. God, it's gonna drive me crazy. What the fuck is her name? It's on the tip of my tongue, I swear to God.
Ooh, fuck
Lucy Lawless.
Whoa, we are learning shit everywhere.
Lucy Lawless, that's her name.
Just learned a lot of stuff.
You don't have any feelings about the fact that that woman's name is Lucy Lawless?
She's a woman who loves the law.
Um.
I'm missing something. Keep
Anyway, so how did we get on top of it? Oh yeah, we're talking about Buttercup. And and then we drove by Ben Volvin, which is this plateau / mountain formation just carved out of the land by glaciers, and it looks really cool. It basically looks like a giant fucking table, like in the middle of the landscape.
The plateau.
Yeah, like but it's named like it's a mountain. I don't know. Ben is the Gaelic word for mountain. It's like Berg is the Germanic word for mountain.
Correct.
Which is by Germanic.
Bergen. In the Bergen. We're in the mountains.
But that's it's like when we say Germanic, we mean like German and all the Scandinavian languages. Because isn't it also Berg? Wasn't it also Berg when we went to Sweden?
I think it was a derivative. I don't think it was the same. It was definitely not spelled the same.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe it was.
A lot of things in Germanic languages like sound the same, but if you look at their spellings, like yeah, let me see.
Oh shit! I need to change out some.
We went to these old pagan burial sites where we saw where there were just like cairns everywhere and shit, and it was really cool. And we got to like there was like this place that had all these stones, and you could build your own cairns, and it was cool.
That's really cute. We built little miniature cairns.
Yeah, we took our pictures with them, and Amanda was jealous because she thought mine was better. All I did was make 2 structures and then take a long rock and make a bridge between them.
Yeah, I tried that. It wasn't as effective with
Alright. So then after that, we basically like landed on the west coast and went north around the north coast and wound up at Belfast. But we went to Giant's Causeway, which is at the very like tip top of Ireland. Oh, before that, we went to Port Rush, and Port Rush kicked ass because it was like, that's probably one of the trendier places we went to in Ireland, but it also had like a... You don't think so? I mean, I don't know. It was really overcast and windy the entire time we were there, which is awesome because it was on the coast, and it was all like, you know... it was all like... epic in like a cold, windy, Viking-y kind of way. I don't fucking know.
Alright then.
Waves crashing up on jagged rocks kind of way. Anyway, so we had a kick-ass B&B while we were there that overlooked the port. And we saw a castle in Donegal, which is in like the northwest county. That castle is really cool. Castles are apparently actually not very big.
No, castles aren't as huge as they're made out to be in general. Like, in order to have a big castle, you would have had to have a shit ton of money, because that shit is not easy to defend or keep warm. So...
Yeah. Like, the bigger your castle is, the colder it is. And, like, if you have a smaller castle, it's nice and toasty.
And secure.
And I took a bunch of pictures in the bathroom because I was so fascinated that the bathroom had like 2 of the walls in the bathroom were tile, and the other 2 walls in the bathroom were stone, were like the castle walls, and then there was like iron bar window there in the bathroom for ventilation, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it was cool. And then there was like a little stone inlet in the wall where they kept the toilet paper. I don't know. It's just.
He was very impressed with this bathroom.
I know, I was. I wish I'd had to poop. I would have loved to have pooped in that bathroom.
Something very special.
Aww. So loved. Anyway, So Giant's Causeway sucked because they turned it into a fucking tourist trap.
Suck.
It didn't. Okay, well, it didn't suck, but it was a lot worse than it could have been because A, it was hot because the sun came out. The weather changed constantly. Like when we were on the upper trail, it was chilly and windy, and then when we went to the lower trail, all the clouds cleared and the sun was just like, "Hey, here I am." We're just cooking the whole time. Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah, there were like 50,000 people there, and it was really, really obnoxious. When I went there as a kid, there was like nobody there. It was just like a thing that you could go see, and it was cool and pretty and unspoiled, and it bothered me. But anyways,
We also went in the winter time.
I do not think that my mom is correct about that because I have pictures of me in little.
I mean, you might have just refused to wear warm clothes.
No.
I did that when I was a child.
No, I don't think that would be the case because I was in short pants and a sleeveless t-shirt, and I was about yay big. So,
you know that a sleeveless t-shirt is not a t-shirt, right?
well, it wasn't a tank top. It was a t-shirt that had the sleeves cut off or something.
You know what makes a t-shirt a t-shirt, right?
It's shaped like a T. I get it.
Which means that it has sleeves.
You elitist little fucking
Oh yeah?
gremlin, you.
Come at me. Call me a gremlin? Well, this does not bode well for you, sir.
I mean, you're a very pretty gremlin. You're a very wit gremlin, but
Fuck off. Not a gremlin.
Anyway, what was I saying?
I don't know, I'm just a gremlin.
Yeah, so after that, we drove into Northern Ireland, which...
Maybe don't touch the fork.
I'm the one that's got to deal with it. It's, you know... But, so then we
Oh
went...
my god, why is this happening? Just die.
So we went to Northern Ireland, and on the way there, we read, like, this long thing in one of our travel guides about the history of Northern Ireland, and...
oh yeah, I read it to you.
Yeah, Amanda got to learn why the Irish hate the Brits so much. But yeah, now it's not nearly as bad. Like, we crossed the border and there was no demarcation whatsoever.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
And Belfast was awesome. And we went to... Yeah, we did a lot of shopping. We went to Cave Hill, which was awesome and gorgeous. There's like basically like this big, yet another volcanic rock formation that's just had the earth around it weathered away over time. And so now it's just like this big lump that overlooks the city. And you climb through like this enchanted fucking forest on the way up to it. And then once you get about halfway up the hill, and when I say hill, it's more than a hill. It's like a,
Small mountain.
It's a small mountain. It is not simply a hill. When you get on
Big hill.
Yeah, when you get halfway up it, you can see like 90% of Belfast.
Yeah. It's pretty stunning.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. And then we climbed up and got inside one of the caves.
We did.
Yeah. And
Shockingly, I made it inside the cave.
yeah, I was very proud of her. She didn't think she could do it, and then she got up there even more easily than I did.
I was wearing Doc Martens. That is my secret. Don't touch me. No, you called me a gremlin. Fuck off. Do not touch my stomach. I'm serious.
Poke does not warrant a hit.
I'm mad at you.
I couldn't think of something to call you that was combative.
So you compared me to hideous creatures that...
At least I didn't compare you to one of these things.
That's about a gremlin, babe.
You were being... What were you doing? You were giving me a hard time about something. I don't even remember now. Anyway, so Belfast was awesome, and then we got on a boat after a day of bullshit.
Talk about the cab driver. I thought that was your favorite part.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to relay to an audience. We had to get a cab driver because our travel agent fucked up our plans for returning our rental car, and shut up. And so we got a cab driver, and he had like the thickest, like most pristine Belfast accent ever. I'm not even... Yeah, let's see it.
It's Naomi.
At AOV. At OE. Oh, there's no explosion? That's too bad. Why did it heal that one? Fight's all mad.
Yeah, but there was water and fire in that, so... Okay.
And a Belfast accent,
It's very sing-songy.
yeah, like... I don't know. I want to try and imitate it, but I'm gonna sound stupid.
It sounds stupid all the time.
Are you gonna be angry with me about the gremlin comment for the remainder of the episode and make it difficult to watch for people? You call me an asshole sometimes. I think the whole of an ass is definitely a lot worse than a creature that is debatably depicted as being gremlin-y.
Okay. So this chair sucks. My butt hurts.
Clearly. Here. Have this pillow.
No, I don't need another one.
But your butt hurts. Your butt hurt. Got hit for that. Relationship.
Actually hitting you.
I think the mic picked that.
Because you pulled all of the pillow out. Stick it under my butt.
Gladly, my love.
Yeah, no. This chair sucks.
Well, now this chair sucks because all the pillows are gone out of it.
Oh man, we're learning things left, right, and center. Try this again.
Okay, so then we went to Scotland, and
You rode a boat for the first time in forever.
Yes, I rode on a boat for the first time in forever, and I was like a kid in a candy store because I've only been on a boat like one other time in my life, and
He was so excited.
it's just not an experience that I've had enough experience with. So I was very fascinated, and I was constantly running up out onto the deck to like look at the water and get blown on by the wind. And there was a point where you could actually see both Ireland and Scotland by looking in opposite directions. That was pretty cool. But when we landed in Scotland, because our travel agent fucked up, we were too late to get our rental car, so we actually had to bus it to where our B&B was.
Emergency bus.
Yeah, we had to. Yeah, it was a clusterfuck, and then the next day we had to go get a rental car, and the rental car was a fucking boat, and
that was all there was. So
I shit you not, this SUV that we got was literally twice the size of the car that we had been driving.
easily.
Yeah,
God, I hate this so much.
they certainly do seem like dickheads.
Plus, I have Cure 2 now.
Cure 2.
Which heals now like full.
Oh wow.
Wish it would've
It's getting loopy. Has there still not been a save point in this entire time?
No.
So in Scotland, we did laundry and went on a tour.
It was a laundry adventure.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But we had some like.
I got a fish dish.
She got a fish dish.
I was very excited about my fish dish.
And we got Scottish coffee donuts and cookies.
Stop hitting me.
Or biscuits, rather. They call cookies biscuits over there, which is really kind of adorable. But I've always thought the word biscuit was a little adorable.
Man, he's shooting out fireballs and they're turning into bad guys. That's some skill right there. So, look at these guys, because that's one form and that's the other. Like, I can't even tell what they are. What even is you? Do we have some... Oh, line bomb. What's that do? Yeah. Hot damn, that was nice.
It was a blitzkrieg.
Dunks.
Anyway, so,
yeah, we weren't in Scotland for as long as we probably needed to be. So...
But we consolidated our time very well. And
yeah.
I conceded to go on a fucking tour, but it was actually.
But then he liked it, and he loved our tour guide.
Our tour guide was fucking awesome, and he was so politically savvy. He was like.
He's very history smart too.
Yeah, and he was like, he was talking about all the problems in England right now, and Brexit and all that stuff, and Scots hate the English more than ever, and I was like, yeah. And, yeah, exactly like that. Anyway, so we went to Glencoe, and, Loch Lomond, and Loch Ness.
And you rode on a boat again?
I did that happen, yeah. Yeah. It was really nice. And the water there really is fucking black. It's crazy.
It is very black. Very black.
And Glencoe was awesome, so I got to stand in front of like gigantic mountains and pose and look like a badass. And the Scottish Highlands really are nuts.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Like, they're, like, you feel like a badass just for existing in the Highlands. Even if only temporarily.
So, batshit queen is batshit is basically what's happening. They're trying to increase the power of the Mammon machine to make it to where Zeal will last.
Oh, you're talking
forever.
about the game. I thought you were talking about England.
No. I actually kind of like the queen.
Gotta attack the queen, send big dogs after her, they'll bite her butt.
So here's our save point.
Oh, nice. Did it?
I was just trying to give you the updates since we've been talking.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fight these dudes. Yeah, so the queen's trying to increase the power of the Mammon machine because she's batshit. And basically it's killing Shala because Shala's having to use her energy to make the Mammon machine work. Oh, I'm fighting. And like, what I don't get is if the queen has all this power, why doesn't she make the Mammon machine work? Oh wait, she's a selfish prick. So she's gonna kill her daughter from using all her energy. And we just talked to Massa. We talked to Moon at the beginning, and then we talked to Massa. Massa's like, basically, this ancient red rock, 2 things were fashioned from it. One was the knife, and one was the pendant. And he and Moon embody Melchior's dreams in the pendant, or in the knife. And Melchior gave us the red knife. So that's where we are. And we are going to stop the queen from using the Mammon machine, because eventually that shit's gonna wake Lavos up, and it's gonna be bad.
The plot thickens.
I'm just trying to keep you updated.
Like molasses. So after Scotland, we had to get on a plane again and go to Sweden. Yeah, and we were in a foreign airport going to another foreign country, which, I mean, if you think going to an airport in the States is stressful, and then going and landing somewhere else in the States, imagine being in a foreign country and going to an airport and where you're gonna land is also a foreign country. Like,
yeah, they don't like that very much, especially right now.
But anyway, so Sweden was pretty cool. We didn't get to see a lot of geographically cool places. We didn't get the same kind of like countryside beauty that we got in Scotland and Ireland.
But at that point, we were also ready to be in a hotel.
Yeah.
And be somewhere that had things.
We were ready to be somewhere cushy with creature comforts and like, you know, grocery stores and shit like that. And like restaurants and that kind of thing. Yeah. So we
Want to tell them about how you can say hey to people?
Oh yeah, you can't say hey to anybody in Sweden because they'll think you speak Swedish, because hey is literally hello.
Hey. Hey, hey.
Yeah, H-E-J. It's pronounced hey, and it means hello. I don't know what their informal for hello is, so I don't know what hey in English translates to in Swedish.
I think they say hi. I heard a couple people say that. I think that it's really just in the intonation.
Yeah.
And, you know, not everybody has a formal hello. Sometimes it's just all fun.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just like English. Like once you speak the language fluently enough, you start slurring words together, but people can still understand you. And you know, we're just used to it. Whereas, like,
yeah, it was really crazy too, because literally everyone there speaks English.
Yeah, and
like
if you say
good English.
Yeah, good English. Like they speak better English than we do sometimes. And
even the person panhandling us on the street switched to English when he realized we were not Swedish.
Yeah, the bum on the street switched to English.
It was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, so the bum on the street's better educated than a lot of rich people in the States. And I know some people may not think that knowing a second language is better educated, but to me it is. That's a whole nother fucking language.
Also the language that they learn in school, they actually learn it and stick with it, unlike our paltry 2 years of mandatory foreign language that we all forget everything we've ever learned from.
Well, I mean, they're also exposed to American TV and media 24/7, so they pick up on it. So it's partially our fault / to our credit.
Oh shit!
God, it's like just Attack of the fucking Teletubbies. I swear to God.
Teletubbies have wings?
Yeah, they have wings, I think.
I never watched that show.
I don't know off the top of my head for certain if they have wings, but I think they do.
Oh fuck, Luca's gonna die. I'm not paying attention again. Yep, definitely gonna die. Oh, yep, definitely gonna die. Oh god damn it. It's over.
Did you save?
No.
You didn't save at that save point that you pointed out?
I did. But that was really embarrassing. Alright, we're gonna...
No, we're not gonna. We got 10 minutes left.
You don't want to watch me get back to this point.
I mean, is there... I guess there's probably not going to be any other save point after that.
No.
Save points have gotten really scarce. What's
that
the deal?
happens the later you get in the game, hilariously.
Should we cut? Should we just call it here? How are you feeling?
Yeah, just because that way I can splice the episode back into. So it'll be fine. I'll see you next time with more honeymoon adventures.
I mean, we were almost done. We pretty much went back home after that.
Cool.
And we saw Viking burial mounds. And I got a Thor's hammer that I'm wearing around my neck right now.
It's great.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bye bye.